name is Nicola and I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, it's great to have you, and I have seen you jumping subs lately, thank you very much. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back and spending a little more time with me today. To excuse the way I look, I've been working overtime again, so it's actually about 8 o'clock at night, well into my stitcher time, and I'm here filming the Flosstube so Andy can get it ready for me for tomorrow. This last week I've worked on just 3 projects because it's the in-between week, and it's also the last week of June really. Next week will be into July. I've got, like I said, 3 full coverages to share, and a finish, and my new start and finish for July, because the start and finishes will be coming back again next month. So without further ado, I am just going to crack on and show you. So the first one I'm going to show is this one. It's my Tilton Crafts Realm of Middle-earth map. Now I've put my Princess aside, so my extra stitching time has been taken up with this piece. I was, last time was at 27.81%. I am now at 28.27%, and I've done 3,700 stitches. This is also in my 12-inch hoop that I mentioned last week that I bought from Hobbycraft, and as you can see, it's very much a wide hoop, this one, so that I can have this folded fabric and it not encroach on the stitching area. So I have worked really here. It's background, it's boring, it's nothing much, but progress is progress, and I am heading towards this right hand, the right hand side. Obviously in this frame we can see clearly where that right hand side is, so you can see how much more I've got to do. I have got 30 days, September, April, 30 days in June, so today's the 26th, the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th and 30th. I've got 5 more days of going on to this when I've done my 500 full coverage stitches. So this had 2 full days plus some extra stitching, and this represents 3,700 stitches of work this week, of nothing of background, but it has to be done because it's a part of the piece, so we'll just persevere with it. So that is that. Excuse me. Okay. As you can hear as well, my voice is a bit cracky now as well, because I've been talking on the phone all day and I'm just doing some overtime, and I'm still kind of recovering from last week, but there you go. Thank you very much, by the way, for your good wishes. Right, so the next one is this one, and it's Aimee Stewart's The Stitching Shelf. I'm doing the regular size max colour version. And I've just realised again, terrible, 25 count 1/1 full cross for Realm of Middle-earth, and it's the same for this one, Stitching Shelf. It's had 2 sessions, not moved very much, 13.85 to 14.14%, 1,100 stitches this week, but this one was out on a stitch with me, and as you'll see here, we've kind of worked in, and we're getting there around this hourglass top. So yeah, it's coming on quite nicely. I was saying in my stitch with me that these don't tend to make sense until every stitch is in, and I still sort of stand by that, because now as you look at that hourglass, it does start to make a little bit more sense, especially if I just put the little bit and put the bottom here. There you go. And somebody commented, can we see another animal in here? And I've had a look and I can't. But yeah, I'm still super enjoying this one. It was a bit of a slog though this week, because this area here, it's very high confetti, this bit around here. So it was a bit of a slog, but I mean, the colours are just glorious on it. I really like them. So that's that. Again, 25 count 1/1 full cross. Loads of emails coming through while I'm trying to do my Flosstube. Right, so the last full coverage that I've worked on is this one, and you'll all know this one. It's my Leonid Afremov piece, and it's the supersized max colour Night Cafe. I'm working this on 25 count fabric, 2/1 tent stitch. Each stitch has been worked bottom left to top right, no matter which direction I'm going on the row, because I'm working it in like Needle Ninja snake method, but block by block rather than her sort of, she's got a much freer style than I have, but I'm working it block by block, still in frame. And as you can see here, we've got a lot of colours again in here. This one, as you can see by all the park threads, particularly heavy confetti down here. So, but yeah, this one's running quite well. 1500 stitches in on this one this week, so it's gone. Let's put it down. 27.8, no, that's wrong. 3.43 to 3.59%, and I beg your pardon, 1600 stitches this week on this piece. And in terms of going down, oh, look at my hair, it's terrible. In terms of sort of down, we are at line number 480. 480 of like 900, so we're almost there at halfway. Another 20 stitches down and I'm at the halfway mark. So yeah, it's progress. Progress is progress. So full coverage stitches this week, a little bit less than last week. You can tell I'm back at work. You can also tell overtime's on, not just by the look of me either. 6,400 stitches full coverage for last week. Just gotta have some tea. No beer this week, I'm really sorry. I've got tea in a Cadbury's cream egg mug. Oh, lovely cup of tea. Right, okay, finish time. Finish. Okay, so my only piece that I needed to finish for my starts and finishes, monthly starts and finishes, was this one. It needs an iron. Let me just put something behind it. Are you arguing up there or something? Oh, you're going for a swim in the tub? Okay. Right. So London, this is it's glowing that dark texture. London by night, and wherever there is white stitching, that is the glow in the dark thread. I tried to take a picture of it in the dark because actually when it was just sat and I was sat, really strange I was sat downstairs in the dark the other night, just sort of thumbing through my phone and having a couple of minutes peace before I went to bed, and I put this down. It wasn't quite finished, I've still got some of these stars to do. I put it down, and then a few minutes later I looked and you could just see it glowing up at me. So, but yeah, it just looks lovely. This is on 14 count navy Aida that came in the kit, and I just, yeah, I've enjoyed stitching it. The back stitch is a pain in the bum because there's a lot of it, but generally speaking I've really enjoyed stitching it. So yeah, that's another finish. So another thing is the coming week. So this coming week, when we start into July, I've had to pick a new start and finish. We're back on the start and finish trains. I have 5 left, which is a Margaret Sherry kit, the bridge, a Tatty Teddy kit, a ballerina, and one other that I can't remember. Oh yeah, the other flower fairy, that's it. So Andy did the there you go. Andy did the spinning wheel of doom, and I'm actually quite pleased with this one because I don't even think there's many cross stitches in it. I think it's mainly back stitch. I might stand to be corrected when I look at the chart, but he's done the wheel of doom and we've come up with this one. And it's Fairy Princess, the ballerina, and if I go in very close there you'll see it's like a sketchy back stitch, the princess ballerina there with the magic wand and a frog. The kit has try the other side, 16 count cream aida, anchor cotton, a chart, full instructions and needle. The only thing that's concerning me is I've had this kit a while, and as you can see there on the card, it's faded. There's only about 4 or 5 colours in it, and I'm hoping that I can make out what these colours are. I think I can. But yeah, it's very faded. Now, whether or not this anchor thread card has been done on thermal fabric, thermal paper, you know, like receipt paper, till receipt paper, sometimes it goes all black, or if it's heated up, or you know, it fades. And I'm just wondering if it's done on the same thing, but I think I can just about make out what the numbers are. You might be able to hear a little noise from upstairs. I'm relatively quiet this week in the living room. Andy's just gone upstairs. Two of the 3 girls are up there. There's nobody coming past, or mincing past me. Oh, hang on, I'm hearing footsteps now. Nobody coming past my camera at the moment. Nobody squeaking chairs. Nobody making trumpy noises. Oh, hey, up, Hannah's coming down. Hi, Hannah. No, we're shaking a bottle of drink. I know that created much sort of merriment last week when I was kind of looking at the mirror thinking, what the heck are they all doing? Oh, families, love them. So that's it. That is all the stitching this week. So next week there will be a tiny start on my new start and finish. There will be 2 stitch with me's this week. I think the next one is an ASMR, but I will just double check. Content. There were 2 stitch with me, so my next one, cheers Hannah, will be an ASMR, and it's again with my Stephanie Poyman Law piece, She Sleeps. And then there will be an alternative, and that will have Marry Princess, which is the first time she'll have been out in just over a week. So yeah. Also with the channel, I have had a jump in subscribers, but I'm sure you've probably heard the last couple of videos. I'm going to say it again today. YouTube, for some reason, has unsubscribed people from channels. It's happened to a couple of people in channels that I watch. Not necessarily Flosstube, there's different genres. I watch all kinds of different stuff on YouTube. But you know, when presenters have come back and said, we've noticed a drop in subscribers, people are coming to us and saying, I've been unsubscribed, why have you unsubscribed me? And they haven't done it. Us as content creators, we don't have the facility and we don't have the privilege to unsubscribe people. This is a YouTube glitch. So before you leave the channel today, if you come here to watch it, thank you very much. Before you leave, just check underneath, make sure it still says that you're subscribed, and click on the notification bell. I've had a jump of about 15 subscribers since I've said this, so I'm just wondering if people are being unsubscribed and not even realising it. But I mean, as I said, this is not me. I'm not the person who's doing it. I don't know why it's sort of coming up now. I mean, I've been doing Flosstube now for sort of 2 years. But it just sounded very odd when I lost like 10 subscribers over the period of a couple of days, which is why I obviously had to mention it. I mean, I know and I get that subscribers subscribe and then they unsubscribe, you know, as the mood takes them. I'm a person like that. I've had a few channels out there, not necessarily stitching related, where I've gone and watched some of the content and then thought, do you know what, this is samey, this is boring, I'm going to unsubscribe and find another one to watch. It happens all the time. I absolutely get that, do appreciate that, but just double check. If you want to stay subscribed, please double check and make sure you are still subscribed. Okay, so rant over about subscriptions. What else have I got planned? Well, it's a very heavy time at the moment in the industry that I work in. I can't say an awful lot about my work because my workplace have asked me not to, but suffice to say that with recent recent events in the news, it's a very busy time, so I am doing a lot of overtime, so my stitching time is really at a premium. At the moment I'm quite fortunate with it being summer because it's light early in the morning, I have no trouble in getting up, I want to get up, I get up nice and early, I crack on with some stitching. But if I have an opportunity to work overtime, I have to take that. You know, I'm the main sort of income earner in this house. Although Andy works and does his channel, he doesn't earn anything like what my wage is. So, and with essentially two dependent adults, with Victoria having a broken arm at the moment and Hannah doesn't work, obviously I've got to put family first, so overtime will take precedent over stitching. I don't want it to, because I love my stitching time. I mean, you guys will know, if you followed me from the beginning, I'm stitch obsessed and I absolutely love it. I've been known to, you know, stitch while I've been on the phone talking to people at work and all sorts of things. But yeah, it's just really a case of if there are any scheduling interruptions, if things get delayed, if I don't put out a video on that day, just bear with me, just while we're going through this sort of busy period. I try and be as regular as I can. My Flosstubes are recorded on a Monday, put out on YouTube on a Tuesday. I record on a Tuesday morning, a stitch with me to put out on a Wednesday, and I record on a Wednesday or a Thursday morning, a stitch with me to put out either Thursday night or Friday night, depending on when I get that second one done. So if anything changes, just bear with me. In a month's time, I'm not going to be filming a Flosstube because I go away. We're not going to leave the house empty. I've got, you know, at least one of the girls wants to stay at home. She doesn't want to go with us, and her and her boyfriend are going to sort of house sit for the week, which is fine. I'll be taking some stitching with me, but there won't be a Flosstube that week. The only other thing that's kind of thinking of, this weekend, I'm doing it again. It's because it's well past 8 o'clock. I want to be in my gym jams and doing my stitching. The only other thing is, because I'm near to the end of June, what I might do over the weekend is just like a full-on finish and kit and whip parade. So I'll show you all of the kits that I've done, the kits that I've got coming up, and you know, any finish, you know, my kits that I've done, including all the finishes, and then all of my whips in one. So I might just do that over the weekend. I might do that on Sunday, and kind of get it released. So we've got like in essence a mid-year whip parade. What I'll also do is I'll dig through my book and see what, although I won't be able to see how many stitches there were, I'll see what percentage that we were at on certainly some of my bigger pieces that I've started or I've worked on this year. I'm going to go because I'm going to go and jump in a quick bath or have a wash or whatever I can feel like doing when I get upstairs. I'm going to finish my cup of tea and I'm going to get some stitching done. So if you've got to the end of this video, thank you very much indeed for watching. The only way I ask for you to support my channel is, if you get time, please do go and watch another video. There are well over 100 videos on my channel now. If you can't find something amongst that, pop in a request on a comment and I'll see what I can do. I do enjoy your comments, so please carry on leaving your comments on videos. They're still being moderated, as a spam bot's still knocking about, and I don't want anybody to be in a position where they're thinking I've replied and asked you for money. Hence why all of the comments are moderated, to make sure that there's no spam coming through onto the channel. But yeah, that's it from me, so take care, happy stitching, thanks for watching, go watch another video, I'll see you on the next one, and hopefully I won't be quite so tired and as sounding as rough as I am today. Bye for now, everybody. Bye bye.